never refer to a female cookies. We call it the PS and start people call them cushion. We don't speak ill of the dead. We hope you won't be offended by the things that are said. Playing devil's advocate, and no one here to judge you. Express your true thoughts, you will learn how to love you. Everybody's listening, nobody's tripping. This life's too crazy, everybody's flipping. This life's so crazy. Run and tell your friends you're on the right side. There's no need to pretend. This an open forum, never done before. This a future mission. This is a no cousin. We could learn something, no bugging. No extra charge to switch for be buzzing. We don't really care if you're right or you're wrong. Just tune into Miss KiKi, whichever time it's on.
Hey, Miss KiKi, it's time to play. It's time to play. Devil's advocate. Hey, Miss KiKi, it's PDA. It's time to play. Devil's advocate.
I feel a little something like this. Hit it!
At some point, you will be offended by something said on this show. But playing devil's advocate is meant to be a forum for open, honest, and more importantly, judgment-free dialogue. The opinions expressed here may not necessarily be those of the host or of the show in general, but we're willing to have the uncomfortable conversations so that we can heal and find solutions for our listeners and quite possibly even ourselves. Enjoy the show.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Miss KiKi, the consummate provocateur. And for the next 120 minutes, we are going to edutain you. That means for the next 120 minutes, we are going to educate and entertain you. And I can't say what the emphasis is going to be on tonight, but either way, you're going to have a good time. But before we can get into any of that, let me take care of a little bit of the light housekeeping. And that's by letting you newbies know, you rookies, if this is your first time ever watching, we are here each and every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, and 10 p.m. on the East Coast. If you missed the live broadcast, not a big deal. Just come right back here, click on any of the previously aired shows, and watch along, laugh along, cuss along, do whatever it is that you need to do to have a good time with that broadcast. Also, if you didn't know, we are a fully interactive show. So we have an interactive chat room over there. If you see me looking over there, that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to our chat room. We also will get your comments on air in another way as well. You can send us a tweet at PDA_Miss KiKi. That's PDA_MSKIKI. Or you can post to our Facebook wall at facebook.com/Playing Devil's Advocate. And we will make sure we get your comment on air at some point. Trust me, I know it gets crazy around here. But the best way to get the work in is to go right on over there to our interactive chat room. We always show love over there too. So if you happen to need to get to some more information about us, you can go to KiKiRichardson.com, and there you'll be able to find out about our hosts, our guests, our experts. You'll be able to buy purchase merchandise. You'll be able to purchase a copy of this wonderful work of literature right here in my book, The Other Woman Code of Conduct, What Every Other Woman Should Know, and Men Too. It's a relationship book, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be talking about relationships in sort of a way tonight. So if you know somebody, I'm just letting you know. Get him in, share the link, tell him about the show. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Happy New Year! It's the first show of the new year. It is January 4th, 2017. Sheesh. It seems like I was just saying 2016. Well, actually I was, but you know what I mean. All right. So now it's time for me to bring on my crew. But before I do, I have to say a big shout out to my big brother. He had a little boy yesterday. Added to the lineage. Or litter, however you want to put it. All right, big shout out to you, Marcus, and your new bundle of joy. Let me bring on my people that's riding with me today. Y'all might see some unfamiliar faces and some familiar faces. So before I bring on the unfamiliar ones, I'm going to bring on the familiar. And we'll talk about that in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, she hails from my hometown, the Windy City. And if you don't know how or why she fell from grace, understand she coined phrases like lube is for amateurs. Either you rub it out or I suck it out. or make sure you got your Get Out and Fuck Free card. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me and welcome Miss Sporty, Spunky, Angel. Wait a minute. Did I just see in the chat room somebody saying hello to his second wife?
Hold on, let me look.
This is the exact scene. This is what I'm talking about. All right, I'll get to that in just a second. Rob is, as my mom used to say when she went at home, she used to tell people that she was indisposed. Tell her that she was indisposed. Rob is indisposed tonight. So sitting in for him. You know, every now and again, we'll throw out a whistle call, hooty hoo, right? For some of our repeat offenders. We'll say things like, hey, anybody want to ride shotgun? Right? Every now and again, we'll do that. And everybody, every single time, you know, somebody's like, I do, oh, me, right? And it's different. Sporty knows it's different from being on the, you know, the viewer listener side than when it comes over to the other side. Because for those of you guys who do not know, before Sporty came on, she was one of y'all. And she rode shotgun with us a couple times and she got hit.
Lord.
So what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna bring on one of our repeat offenders. He hasn't quite won a Repeat Offender of the Year award. Oh, and big shout out, I should say condolences to one of our repeat offenders. Was that Terrence or was that Wesley who lost somebody this week? I think it was Terrence. It was Terrence Mays. Our condolences go out to you and your family. But this guy here, he talks a lot of shit in our chat room every week. And I sit out the call. What I do, Sporty? And he was like, I'm ready, coach. Put me in the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me and welcome it. I don't even know what name he wants to go by today, so I'm going to let him tell you himself. But I'm just going to call him Louis Darkside. Welcome to the show. I think I got some music.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Where'd he go? What y'all do to him?
I don't know what he done.
Boy, what's up with you? See, I told you it's different when you on the other side of the camera. Dude, he trying to show us watching us. Turn your camera around.
Bless his heart.
He got to get his life together. I don't know what he's doing over there, but I'm sure because the channel get him right. For some reason, I can see us on his camera. I don't know why.
Maybe he can turn that camera around.
Turn the camera around, man.
There
you go.
All right.
Welcome to the show.
All right.
So what you want them to call you tonight?
Yo, you call me Louis Darkside. That's me. That's me all across the internet.
Okay.
Louis Darkside.
All right. So, Louis, tonight we're talking about dating, and I just want don't do that. I just want to say, it's very interesting. You know, this whole dating dynamic, it has changed, you know, from one generation to next, and what expectations are and all this other stuff. So I'm just going to say this to our listening audience. You know, a lot of people ask the question if there's a difference between dating, courting, and commitment, and if you date and how you come in a committed relationship. Just been a whole bunch of stuff. And so this week we're gonna kick off the new year. We're gonna break down some of the ins and outs, some loopholes that people use while they're out there in the dating world. We're gonna talk about, you know, sometimes like, how do you know when your situationship should go to a relationship? Like, how do you go from dating to actual relationship? And is there a timeline? And are you the one that's in a relationship but the other person really ain't? You know, like, and when is the appropriate time to have the dreaded talk you know, that conversation. When is it? Who should initiate it? And what should you say? We're going to talk about all of that stuff and a whole lot more tonight. So are you up for the challenge?
Of course. You know, I'm always in.
Are you up for the challenge, Louis?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is actually one of my favorite topics out of all topics.
Dating?
Oh hell yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Because there's so many different I don't even know what to call it. There's so many different layers. It's like an onion. You peel it back, and there's another layer, and another layer, and another layer, and then on top of that, like we were talking about, we had having a discussion about it today. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's relationship is different, so you can't ask somebody a blanket question about your relationship when their relationship might be different.
Well, you kind of can. There are some staple questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do say a lot that relationships are, not one size fit all. They are custom fit. I do say that. However, there are some common bonds that people who are in relationships, do find, that tie that binds. But we're not talking about necessarily people in relationships, are we? Because that's part of the discussion, that's part of the whole thing. It's like when people are actually dating, are they actually in a relationship?
Well, the whole dating relationship, you could actually talk about this shit every day of the week, month in, month out, year in, year out. So I love this topic.
Okay.
As far as
and it's January, so and it's Wednesday, so we're gonna be talking about it tonight.
as far as being in dating, that's different too, because some people consider, if you dating somebody, some people consider that kind of like a relationship sort of, and there's rules that go along with the actual dating process.
Yes, there are rules. There are rules to dating.
And with everybody, that's like, okay, one question was...
Wait, before you do that, I want to ask you, since you said there are rules to dating, I want everybody to go around, and I'm going to start with you since you are a guest, and then I'll go to sport and I'll finish it out. But how would you define dating in your words? Crickets. Come on, Louis. How would you define it?
Okay. In my word, dating is that period of time when you getting to know somebody.
Okay.
That's it.
Sporty?
Dating is when you're being selective about who you want to be in a relationship with. He's courting you and you're...
That's the process.
Okay, well, dating is... dating, in my own words, is exploring your options.
Okay. All right. And I would say that dating is a form of courtship that kind of takes on in the form of activities that people do together. And while they're doing those things, they're assessing each other's basic suitability to be with one another, if it's possible. So I think we're pretty much all on the same thing, where it's kind of like you kicking the tires on the joint to kind of see if you want to, if you want to drive this joke off the lot or not, if it's even worth taking for a test drive.
There you go.
Agree, right?
So what's the difference between dating and hoeing?
Dating and hoeing? Well, just because you dating somebody don't mean you getting hoeing is getting paid for it. But just because you dating somebody don't necessarily mean that you having sex with them.
Yeah, because that's like a real gray area with with a lot of females these days.
What?
Why?
What's the gray area?
The line between dating and hoeing. One chick was like, she was like, okay, she gonna date a bunch of dudes, right?
Uh-huh.
And then at some point she gonna decide who she want to be with.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
That it didn't sit right with me.
Well, guys do it all the time.
Right.
But he wasn't no dude.
Okay, but so still, the premise is still the same, right? Well, the premise is still the same. She just supposed to boo up with the first motherfucker that show her some attention? No. She's supposed to check out her explore her options as well. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with her doing that. Again, just because she's dating you does not mean she's screwing you.
I don't know. I ain't trust her.
Why? Was she not screwing you? Was she screwing you? So you thought she was gonna be doing with you what she was doing to everybody else?
Something like that.
Okay, see, that was your own internal dialogue. They ain't had nothing to do with reality. You know what I mean? Not to say that there are some women out here who are kicking the tires on a whole bunch of things for real. But the reality is that should not be the assumption. That's our own crap that we're putting out there. And I think that gets in the way a lot of times with people and dating. Sporty, you've been kind of quiet.
Well, I mean, I'm listening, to what Louis is saying. And, there is a distinct difference between dating and hoeing. If I want to just, look at somebody and be like, if you're suitable for dating, then I'm not going to come up to you and say, hey, look, I want to fuck you. There's a difference in doing that. There are some people where I'm like, I just might want to fuck that person, or he got potential. He might be somebody I'm going to date. So that determines whether I'm going to have my whole tendencies or whether I'm going to date you. There is a difference.
If I want to date you, I want to fuck you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you. It might be the first date. I don't know, but
I've never dated anybody that I didn't want to. But see, here's the thing. Let me ask this. Now, dating is dating okay? Because I had this conversation, and Chan, hear me, because your boy said this. I had this conversation with Ruben. He said that there's a difference. Like, he was like, dating is a ongoing thing. Like, if you going out with this person a lot, if y'all spending a lot of time with each other, and it don't have to be every single day, but it could be once a week that y'all hang out and y'all spending time doing y'all thing together. He's like, if y'all do that over a series of weeks, if y'all do that over a series of months, motherfucker, you in a relationship, y'all ain't dating no more, right? He's like, dating is somebody you might see periodically. You might go to a movie with here or there, or something like that. Do y'all agree with that idea?
No, I don't.
Nah. You got to have a conversation with me. There have to be that conversation have to take place. Where
we in a relationship conversation?
Yeah, that conversation has to take place.
Okay, so let's say the conversation doesn't take place. Then what? What does that mean?
Still date.
That means I'm a free agent.
You're a free agent.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can still go around and get numbers and go on dates with other women and stuff like that, and she can do the same.
Yeah, she can do her. Yeah.
Okay. But didn't you just call old girl a hoe for doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I will never tell you or anybody else that I don't believe in double standards.
Okay. Well, we know who we dealing with here. Okay. So you have to have the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta have it.
Does it have to come from you, or can it come from her?
Usually it comes from the female, because dudes don't really go, listen, we need to talk. Listen, what exactly are we? Have you ever had a conversation with a dude like that?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never did that.
He didn't say exactly what are we, but we've had the conversation and it has begun
and it was initiated by the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you got some powerful stuff going on over there.
So wait. So is the reason why? Let me ask, because the more people talk, the more questions I have, and it's gonna take me down a rabbit hole. I'm sorry, but So let me ask this, because it's always interesting to get male perspective, right? So one of the things that happened today, when we knew Rob was gonna be indisposed, I was like, we have to have a male voice on this show,
right?
We have to, for this conversation, otherwise it's not going to give what we need to give, because we need to be able to hear from you guys. So my question is, Louis, in that instance, because I do hear what you're saying about men typically aren't the ones that are like, yo, can we talk, whatever. Why is that?
Why
is it that you guys are not the initiators of that dialogue?
I think it's more or less because in dating, there's men kind of do the chasing initially, and then we kind of just let y'all take over and and make it do what it do.
So is it one of those things where y'all hoping the conversation never happens because y'all can stay right there in that place forever before and never move?
No. It really depends on who. It depends on who it is. But most of the time, guys kind of just let it flow. And unless there's a point where you start seeing like some tendencies and some behaviors, like I'm gonna have to shut that down. So you got to have that conversation, like, yo, are we doing each other, or am I just doing me, you doing you, and doing other dudes, or what it is.
But what would prompt you to ask that question?
Just seeing behaviors that are inconsistent with what I thought was going on.
But you didn't think anything was going on. Y'all was just hanging.
Yeah, but this is where the double standard kicks in.
Do tell. I'm listening.
If I'm doing me, then everything is cool. But if I think she's out doing her, then we got a problem.
Okay, so wait, but y'all dating though. You said she was a free agent, so you get to be a free agent, but she doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, so in the male mind, yeah.
So that's so simplistic. It's sad in its simplicity, actually, that you guys would actually think that, oh, you free to roam about the cabin, but she got to stay seated with her seatbelt on.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
He said it so yeah. Lisa in the chat room said, but it depends on what you're dating for. Are you dating just to hang? Or are you dating to lead to a relationship that may potentially lead to marriage? Maybe you don't want to get married. Maybe you just want a relationship. You just want that companionship. I mean, every relationship doesn't, the holy grail isn't marriage for everybody. You know what I mean? If you find somebody that you want to spend your time with and y'all good there in that space, and you don't need, the government telling you that, these are your rights and privileges to be with this person. And in order to walk away from that person, you got to do this, and jump through these fiery hoops and raise, or gasoline jobs. You don't have, that may not be what everybody wants. However, I think it's interesting that, do men even think like that?
I was married before, and I want to be married again. And I put it out there. That's one of the first things I let females know. That,
don't you know that's catnip? That is catnip for broads. Look at this morning. That is catnip, dude. You tell a girl, a woman, that's the first thing out of your
not right off. Not right.
No, I know not right off top, because then that make you seem a little special. But I'm saying, you put that out there in the beginning. If that's what she wants, you done already dangled the bait that she wants. So she's already dancing a different tune that she would have not danced had you not disclosed that early on.
I'm saying I've been around the block a few times. I know what I'm doing.
So you doing it on purpose? Is that your ploy to get ass, or do you really want to get married again?
No, I really want to, because that institution is, it's kind of special. So yeah. I mean, I'm not BSing.
Yeah, I know that there are men out here who do that, who use that as their little bait, knowing all the while they ain't got no intention on doing it.
That's not me. That ain't me. I don't play them type of games.
I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying I know that there are dudes out here that do that. That's their little.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're trying to get some booty and you running around telling chicks you want to get married, that shit's kind of smart.
It's shoplifting. It's like in Jerry Maguire when he said you shoplifting the pootie. That's pretty much what's happening when you do that. Sporty, you over there making faces. What were you saying?
Oh, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, ask me. Just a second. Hold on to it. Let Sporty go.
I'm just fascinated with I'm going to call bullshit on a few things. So first of all, you say you have this double standard of women, they can't do them, but you can do you. That is some serious bullshit right there, because if you got your get out and fuck free card, then she should damn well be able to use hers. And if you say that you want to get married again, and this person makes you feel a certain type of way, if you feel like they're off doing their own thing, then, you need to check yourself about your behavior if you want her to get herself together and just consider you. Because if you're dating, my thought is this: if we're just dating and we haven't had that conversation that we go together, then I'm gonna do me. I don't give a fuck what you do. And a lot of women do think like that.
But he owned it. He owned it.
No. And it's okay to own that, but you really understand women own that shit too.
He said, but
check this out, right? I don't make the double standard.
No, but you live by it. You don't have to create it.
Okay.
But it is a part of who you decide you want to be.
Now listen, right? If a chick meets 3 dudes, right? Mm-hmm. And she goes to the hotel with them and they have a foursome, right? She pulls the train, right? Mm-hmm. The next morning, she gonna be the nasty hoe that pulled the train, and they still gonna be 3 dudes.
She not gonna give a fuck.
It depends on who's having the conversation. That's the thing. It depends on who's having the conversation. Now, if a chick goes out, she picks up 3 dudes and has a foursome. She picked up 4 dudes to have a foursome. They didn't do shit. None of that shit could have happened without her. So depending on who's having the conversation will depend on what that is. Now, she's having the conversations with her girls. It's like, word, you know what I mean? Or it depends on, it's the different of the vantage point. But go back. You said you had a question. I'm sorry.
Okay. Here's the question. If a female puts a guy into the 90-day zone, right? And he getting some booty during the 90 days, is that cheating?
Did
they have the conversation that they were exclusive?
No. She just put him in the 90 days zone. Like, listen, you ain't getting no ass.
If they're dating each other and they haven't had a conversation about exclusivity, then no, it's not cheating because you're not in a relationship with them. You dating them.
Right.
And let me ask you this. Did he tell her I hold out on the 90 for you, but that ain't gonna stop what I'm doing. I need to get this off regardless. Did he say that to her? Or is he playing like, nah, boo, it's just me and you. Nah, I ain't doing that with nobody. Okay, well, I wait. I ain't gonna do nothing. Which role is he playing?
Well, sometimes you don't have to play a role because you in the 90-day zone no matter what role you play.
No, you're not. Oh, well, here's the thing though. My question is, and this is an ethical question. My question is based on ethics. Is he saying to her, she's put out this thing, you're in the 90-day zone. Are you saying to her, all right, cool, I respect your choices, and then you quietly go over here and fuck whomever you want, right? Or are you saying, I respect your choices, however, if the need arises, I may have to go handle that. It has no bearing about how I feel about you. I'm respecting your boundaries, but I need to take care of what I need to take care of over here. Which one are you? Which guy are you?
Well, I mean, if you want to make things go smooth, so you're gonna be you're gonna play the role like, I'm doing.
That's where the problems occur.
Because you not once did you answer authentically, I'm the guy that's going to be on the up and up and nothing's going to happen in 90 days, or I'm the guy that's going to say, okay, me and you not fucking for 90 days, but I'm going to go take care of my business if I need to. You didn't pick one.
Right.
You just decided let her assume.
We not fucking, me fucking. Right? Here's the thing. It's not an issue. Here's the thing. Men always want to talk about women are thirsty. And yeah, on some level, there are a lot of women who are thirsty to be in relationships. But a lot of times men are thirsty to get some ass. And the reality is that you make it more difficult on yourself, right? Even though she done put up this 90-day rule, you know there's somebody else you can fuck anyway, right? But if you really digging her here, you got a decision to make. The decision is, do I respect her boundary and go along with the plan and not have sex with her or anybody? We do this 90-day thing together. Or do I go let her do her 90 days. I do what I do and I don't tell her, or I let her do her 90 days. I let her do her and I do what I do and I tell her. Those are three different situations. And most of the time, you guys will pick, I'll let her do 90 days, but I'm going to do my shit and ain't going to say nothing. And that's when you have the problem. Because if you'd have just said, you know what, I respect your choices, however I have this, at least she knows what she's dealing with. She could either say, you know what, fine, this not the guy for me because he can't even keep it in his pants, or he does whatever her decision is. At least she's making an informed choice. If she waits out the 90 days and you been over here fucking like rabbits with all other kind of people, now you've put her in physical danger and you've put her in emotional danger because you have not been upfront. And so when she wild out on you, because some broad see you at the club and she looking at you some kind of way and she like, what? And some, what I mean? Then it's a whole nother problem that you didn't create it that you didn't have to create. I'm just saying, for those of you guys who just may be joining us, this is Playing Devil's Advocate. I am your host, Miss KiKi, the consummate provocateur. And tonight we are talking about dating. What is it? And we've covered quite a bit of ground in this past half hour. And I am joined with Sporty Spunky Angel and one of our repeat offenders who decided to ride shotgun with us tonight. Louis Darkside is here with us. If you want to be a part of the conversation, there's the interactive chat room right there. They are busy in there. I keep looking over there because they are busy in there. You get in the interactive chat room. You can post a tweet to us at PDA_Miss KiKi. That's PDA_MSKIKI. Or you can post to our Facebook wall at facebook.com/Playing Devil's Advocate. And I promise we'll get to your comment at some point during the show. All right. Anybody got anything before I move on to another point or something? See what's going on here in this chat room.
I'm laughing at the people in the chat room because, Rocky snapping.
What he's snapping about?
He say that 90-day rule is some bullshit.
There's only one 90-day rule that I really tell people about, and that's the 90-day breakup rule. Yeah. So go ahead.
And I'm laughing at him and my cyber other husband, Donald.
What they doing? It's some manipulative bullcorn.
Yeah, that's his new cuss word. I like bullcorn. It works.
How is it manipulative? Maybe she knows that she knows in her mind, even though against my thought process, my vagina is not connected to my heart, but maybe she thinks hers is. And maybe she knows in order to keep that, she needs to be able to have some level of clarity. And she's just letting you know what kind of person she is. So you might be dodging a bullet by not banging her out before the 90 days, because the crazy ain't came out yet. You see what I'm saying? You got to, because in that 90 days, that gives you space too, dude. That's what I'm saying. What people are missing when you're dating, I'm not a fan of the 90-day rule, but I can see why some people do it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not imposing it, but I can see why that person may need that buffer.
Could you do the 90-day rule, either one of you?
Oh yeah, I could do the 90-day rule. You know, me personally, when I meet somebody that I really want to get to know, it usually takes me about that length of time to get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna give her some dick.
Okay.
Can I do 90 days? I'm sure if I had to, but I don't ever put those kind of stipulations on myself, because here again, you're setting the stage for this situation not to play out organically. When you come in with these preset things of what you will and you won't do, you're not allowing that situation to just come to pass the way that it comes to pass.
Well, but I've never actually been thrown into the 90-day zone, like as a rule, like, you know, I'm gonna make you wait, because if I did see that situation, I would probably run in the other direction, because of the females that I know who have employed the 90-day rule, and they did that to put the brakes on the vagina.
Well, see, there's a difference between having that rule in place so that you can operate from a place of clarity than using sex as a weapon. And see, I think that a lot of women get that confused. That's why they get it twisted, right? And I think that's the bullcorn that Rocky is talking about when we're talking about the 90-day rule. It can be you manipulative if that person is using sex as a weapon. But like I always say about weapons, you have to be very careful. They have a tendency to backfire and end up doing damage to the person other than the intended target. So while you trying to use sex as a weapon, you're going to find yourself lonely and alone, right? Trying to use it against him. Meanwhile, he out having a bang up time, literally and figuratively. So again, if you're employing that tool of the 90-day rule or of a month rule or whatever it is that you've put in place, be clear about why and be able to effectively articulate to this person why you've put that in there.
No, what I'm saying is that the females that I have witnessed get on some 90-day shit is because they went through a period of time where it was like they meet a dude, fuck a dude, it didn't work out. A couple minutes later, they with another dude fucking him, it didn't work out. Next thing you know, it's 6, 7 dudes down the line, and now they're getting a little reputation for being easy.
Well, they gotta stop fucking in the same crew. Shit. First of all,
move around.
Let's just be clear about this. If she doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all running their mouth, she need a different class of dude that she fucking with. It ain't the fact that she loose, it's that the type of dude she fucking with ain't shit. Because they some petty little high school immature ass dudes. Because dudes shouldn't be talking on their dick just like girls shouldn't be talking out their twat. So if he's sitting up here running his mouth talking about, yeah, I did it, yeah, I did it, yeah, I did it, y'all all need to grow the hell up and stop fucking in general. Let me read some of this stuff in the chat room here. Give me a second. Chemistry and the universe will reward authenticity. I was single and celibate for 7 years, whole thing, by choice, because I didn't want to settle. So 90 days ain't nothing for me. God bless your ministry.
Right.
Using sex as a training dog biscuit. Absolutely. It says eating some ice cream, reading. Oh, no, the thing is here, you know, a lot of people playing a whole lot of games. Instead of just being upfront about what it is that you want. I'm gonna throw this out there for a second, and then I'm gonna go to something else because we got some stuff that came in about tonight's show, and I want to make sure that we don't miss it. But I'm gonna use this as an example. You know, I was single for a while, whatever, right? And so my people decided to get together, and I know y'all heard about the KiKi experiment or whatever, and we were supposed to be documenting it and all that other stuff. And the purpose behind doing the KiKi experiment was that as a relationship expert, and I'm single, right? And that's my choice, right? So here's the thing. I offer myself up to be the guinea pig to show people how if they get out of their own way, they can allow themselves to get the full experience that they're supposed to get. Because we come into relationships with that preconceived crap, right? Oh, I got with him, I slept with him, and it didn't work out. I got with him, it didn't work out, and this and this and that. And so now you got all this scar tissue that you dealing with, right? Or this dude did this to me, this dude did this to me, so I ain't never gonna let that happen again. So you got all this built-in scar tissue going into a situation. So you've already limited your own access to happiness. Right? So with that being said, up comes the KiKi experiment, where I said, you know what? I'm gonna hand over the reins. I'm not going to do nothing. I can't even make my own decisions. Right? My friends literally decide what I do. No major conversations take place. No decisions get made. The decisions get made unless they approve it. Because oftentimes we can't see the situation for what it really is better than people on the outside who actually have your best interests at heart. So I just said all of that to say, get out of your own way sometimes, because we all have agendas, and the agendas that we think are supposed to be serving us are not serving us well. So I'm
over here crying because you called it scar tissue.
It is a scar tissue.
Yeah.
Because you can get some scar tissue.
It's scar tissue. You know what it is. You know what it is. Here's some of the things that came in. Somebody said, what are some of the things, and they want this from a male's perspective. And chat room, why y'all laughing at me? And chat room, I want to hear your thoughts on this one as well. What things should you not do when you're dating that you do in a relationship? I'm going to answer one of this from the male side to the males, is what I'm going to say. Stop doing boyfriend shit, and you have no intention of being a boyfriend, right? What do I mean by that? What do you mean by that, KiKi? Right?
Cheers.
Don't go meet her family and shit and hang out with them and, that kind of shit. Don't speak in terms of we when you really mean me, right? Stop doing boyfriend shit like that. If she called you and she got a flat tire, call AAA. Don't get up out your bed and do it yourself. Am I saying you should be an asshole and leave her stranded in the middle of the night? No. But what I'm saying is that you need to be very clear about the lines where y'all are, so she knows where she needs to operate in. Because if you become her go-to guy, right? You coming over, putting up shelves and shit, and you helping her clean out her garage, and you done met her family, and all of this other shit, right? You doing all the boyfriend shit. You spending the night, she spending the night, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? You got your, don't do that shit if you have no intention of being boyfriend. Stop doing that shit.
That's fuck buddy shit.
Okay.
That's fuck buddy shit.
What's
fuck buddy?
What's fuck buddy shit?
No, when she got a flat tire and you call AAA, that's fuck buddy shit. When you go get her, that's boyfriend shit.
Yeah. Well, fuck buddy shit. A fuck buddy wouldn't even do that. Wouldn't even call AAA for you.
Fuck buddy gonna come get you to fuck, and your car gonna still be there.
Yeah, man.
Well, he gonna tell you to take a cab over to his house.
Just Uber on over to my house, and then we'll do something about getting your car in the morning.
Right.
That's what a fuck buddy would do. You laughing because we telling the truth.
I ain't messing with y'all.
Hold on, I'm responding to the stuff. They're asking me, how's the KiKi experiment going? So I told Chan to respond to that in chat. So if you ain't in chat, you won't know how it's going. So I just you get in chat. Louis, stop looking at your chat. He like, what it say? What it say? I want to know how'd it go? How'd it go? In the chat room, she ain't calling her fuck buddy for shit, but the fuck. But again, if you don't know you just his fuck buddy because he done played boyfriend role, then and doing boyfriend shit for you, then it's like, come on, man. And then you wondering why she having these expectations that she shouldn't be having in your head because you're like, dude, I don't have, you know what I mean? So just let's be clear about that. What, Louis, what do you think of some other things that people should not do when they're dating that they should not do unless they're in a relationship?
Well, I mean, as a dude, that when you are in a relationship, you are kind of supposed to be an asset to a woman. Not necessarily not a liability like a lot of these clowns out here. When you in a relationship, you might want to help out a little bit with some financial stuff, like, okay, baby, let me ease into it. Like, you know what? When I go pay my phone bill, I'm gonna pay yours too. That's relationship stuff. You don't do that. You don't do that when you date.
We go to the barbershop together and get our line and our edge up. Is that boyfriend, girlfriend stuff? Or is that dating stuff? Or is that friend stuff? What is that? What's that?
Oh, you talking about that's relationship shit.
We go to the barbershop together, we go together. Okay.
Okay, Rocky, come on. Well, I got a few.
Okay, come on, bring them.
Don't come over my damn house unannounced if we dating. No, you can't have a key. You don't get to call me all hours of the night. This is not a booty call unless I call you for one. That's dating shit. If you are my man or the man in my life and we've had the conversation that we go together, we checked off the paper. Do you like me? Yes, no. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no, maybe?
Will you go with me? Yes or no?
Right. Will you go with me? That shit right there, unless I check the yes box, then you can come over. Then you really you can't come over unannounced, but call me and say you're on the way. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't know that was a legally binding document.
I ain't saying shit. I made a check mark.
He said check yes or no. She didn't X. It's a check.
No.
Check is
no initials.
An X is.
There's a difference. So
now, if you say, will you go with me, and I put the check there and it was a legally binding agreement, go with you where? See, it was still too open-ended. It could mean anything.
It's vague, very vague. That's called a contract with a loophole.
So, Sporty, so would you let a fuck buddy drive your car?
Hell no. I ain't letting my friends and family drive my car. Stop playing.
Let me drive your car.
You don't count. You're not a friend or family. You KiKi.
What is that? I'm in a class by myself. Okay. Yes,
But
Rocky.
no,
Rocky said a mani and petty with champagne is cool while dating, or with the homie. So we can't go to the barbershop and get our fade, our edge up and joint. Right? Okay, that's not it. Okay. What about if I let him cut my hair? If he can cut, if I let him cut my hair, we go together?
Which hair?
Either one.
You ain't touching my hair unless we go together.
Any of it?
Of it.
Okay. What you think, Louis?
Well, I mean, a chick asked me to take out her weave, and
I didn't say that. I said because like edge me up, yo, edge me up.
Oh,
you got clippers?
First of all, I'm not messing with nobody else's hair with no clippers. because I ain't trying to get in a fight with nobody. I can't cut no damn hair. And
I don't mean specifically you. I mean from a male's perspective. Rocky, dang, you come in all loud.
I didn't mean to
He's
cut
like,
you
right
loud.
in the building.
I didn't mean to cut.
We can't see you, but we can show enough hear you. So answer my question, Louis. From a male perspective, if I asked you to edge me up and you knew how to cut your hair, should I think that you my boo?
Nah. You just get a free haircut.
I just got a free haircut? Okay. All right, cool. All right.
Yo,
Yeah, see, that's different.
I think cutting somebody's hair, like, I don't know. See, you don't keep your hair short, right? You don't wear your hair short. But I will say this. I was dating a guy once before, and he would edge me up. He would, give him a little tape my shit up, have it all nice and everything, wash it and all that, massage my. What do you need? What do you want? I'm telling you, that's erotic, some erotic shit. I'm just saying. Anyway, but
don't you think that's different than because I can see, I could go to my boy Jason, I'm finna go. I'm like, Jason, line the back of my hair up for me right quick,
Yes, I've had that happen with one of my homeboys before.
That different, but the way you just put it down, that's an experience.
Yeah, it is. No,
That's
but yeah, Tommy. We were down at Super Bowl last time. It was in Houston, and we were there for about a week. And I'm like, shoot, I need to edge up. And Tommy actually was like, all right. He went and got his clippers. He edged me up. Boom. We went to the club. We all went out and hung. So you know what I mean? My homeboys, I don't give a rat's ass about hair. So if you want to cut it, fuck it. It's already short. You fuck it up. I get to wear it as short as I really want it anyway. So anyway,
right, but you're not going to tell them, hook me up down.
After you cut this, we go be together. After you cut this, we go together.
Right. So
Rocky ain't never gonna live that down. Rocky ain't never gonna live that down. Okay. Rocky, you with us? Oh no, he ain't joined all the way in yet. Okay, so
a little bit.
Some more things, guys, in the chat room. What are some things that you should not do when you're dating that should only be done when you're in a relationship?
Give money. Okay, so I'm dating so and so, and I need my car note paid. He not gonna be the person I say pay my car note to. We're just dating. That's not your responsibility. That's not your problem.
Okay, can he get my car washed for me if we date?
He can get your wash.
Or is that boyfriend thing? Is that boyfriend duty?
Now my boyfriend gonna come get my car and have it washed.
No, but I'm saying washing my car, is that boyfriend responsibility or is that dating responsibility?
That's boyfriend stuff. If he
it's boyfriend
yelling and washing the car and shit like that, the fact that he got the car, that's boyfriend stuff.
No, but like say for instance, I go over his house, he washes his car, I'm like, hey, why don't you hook mine up? And he does it. Is that boyfriend still?
That's semantics. That's different. You know what I'm saying? You're there, and he's in the process of. So
he's washing his car. It ain't got nothing to do with mine. I done gave him a whole nother job.
Right, but I mean, that's just something like, oh, you're washing your car, and he's like, let me go on and hook your car up to let me wash your car. That's just being nice.
Okay,
that's part of the courting.
All right,
but
so
for you to just be like, my car needs to be washed.
I get it. I get it. Question all across the board.
There's one thing that we not doing while we dating that we will do when we're a couple, and that is posting pictures together on social media.
So if you dating, you can't post pictures, but if you're in a relationship, you can.
Oh yeah, that's 100% all day.
Y'all take this social media shit so seriously.
Oh, listen, it's 2017. And social media is
It's the Daily Gazette.
what? It's official. I done had a Facebook wedding before.
I'm sorry. Somebody said that they was married to you on Facebook.
Ah, a Facebook wedding.
What's that?
When you change your relationship status on Facebook, that's called a Facebook wedding.
Oh man.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
No, because I don't put my status at all on Facebook.
Yeah, you don't even see my status.
It's nobody's business. But I mean, that picture shit you talking about, I think that is such extracurricular
You would
bullshit.
never know who the fuck I'm dating if you looking at pictures on my goddamn Facebook. You be guessing for days. You might think I'm one of them hoes you was talking about earlier. No, if you was trying to figure that shit out from my goddamn Facebook and my Instagram and shit, you'll be all fucked up in the game. Anyway, Rocky,
Because the way they roll it, look at Rocky. Let's say me and Rocky take a picture together. That next thing you know, Rocky is having an affair on Keisha, and her friend is sleeping with her husband on Facebook because we took a picture together.
I don't think so with me, because I got pictures with lots of different women.
You
on my Facebook.
He said you're not special. You're not special.
So we don't go together if we take a picture, Rocky.
No. What I'm saying is, okay, so check it. I think people's social media behavior kind of dictates whether what a picture with someone means, right? So I use Facebook as a marketing tool, not only for my business, but my own personal brand, this, that, and the other. So I'm gonna travel and take pictures, and when I'm with y'all, I'm a picture up, and when I'm in, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I do. So I think, I think if you take pictures with a lot of different people, you can send a lot of different messages out there, to the point where people realize, you know what? He only got one dick. He can't be fucking all of them. You know what I mean? So,
or can he?
Huh? Yeah, I mean, anyway, but what I'm saying, but if somebody's real private like you, KiKi, and maybe my man Lewis, and you come up with the booed up picture, laying in the bed, eating ice cream picture, yeah, that means something,
No, because who was that at the house, Chan? There was somebody at the house in the bed with us, and we was on a video stream or something. Who was that? But I guess not, because it was me, Chan, and this guy. Who was it?
Y'all had a threesome. Everybody know you and cousin Chan in a relationship.
That's my cousin. That's gross. Anyway, that's fucking gross.
What does the internet care?
No, but I think the social media behavior, it varies from person to person. It's almost like how you handle your acquaintances with access to your home.
Let me ask
it varies from person to person.
Let me ask this. So when we're talking about dating, is it appropriate to change your status on Facebook without telling the person you dating?
Oh yeah, that is a huge no-no. That is a big no-no. You know why?
Why?
Because you can get your feelings hurt like that.
Well, but here's the cool thing, Louis. On Facebook, someone else could be in a relationship, and if you privatize your stuff, they'll know your name, but they can't get to your page, or on your page it doesn't show that you're in a relationship. So
no, but what I'm saying is this is what happens. Because I had it happen to me before. The female changed her relationship status to in a relationship and sent me the request.
You said no.
And you didn't accept her request?
Nah, because it was
like you turned down her proposal.
Yeah, it was premature. And she didn't tell me she was gonna do it.
Well, what's she supposed to say? You know what? I'm fixing to change my Facebook status.
A request is a question, isn't it?
let her brother know. Nah, but I'm saying let her brother know something.
I don't know. What are you supposed to say to a cat in that situation? You know what? I'm finna change my status. We go together on Facebook. What's she supposed to say to you?
Nah, because see this was the situation, right? I needed to give the heads up to a couple of situations before I let that rock.
Oh, so she fucked up your situation.
No, she didn't fuck up nothing because
so wait. So what you saying to me is you jeopardized actually a good situation for some broads you hadn't rectified and cut off yet that you were even thinking about cutting off for this one because she.
No. I think y'all missing the point.
You fix it for me.
You're missing the point by a mile.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
The only thing she fucked up was her own feelings. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, but my question is, what was she supposed to say to you though? That's a question you never answered.
She sent the request, right? And thought that because she knows I'm always on social media and thought I was gonna accept it right away.
Okay, no, that's not what I asked you. The question that I asked you is a very direct question. What was she, because you said she didn't even give you a heads up. What was she supposed to say to you about changing her status on Facebook that would have been okay in your eyes?
She could have said, I'm about to change my relationship status and I'm going to include you as my man.
And then you would have said, okay, or you would have said, no, hold off. I got some other situations I need to take care of first.
Nah, I'd have been like, all right, go ahead and do what you got to do. And then I would have took care of my situation.
Yeah, that sounds like some bullshit because it don't sound like you were actually committed to that situation going any further than whatever it was at that point, because it wouldn't have been a big deal unless you had already said previously in your situation, I don't like my shit out there in the street like that until I know for certain, right? You know what I mean? So wait.
Well, let me say this, Key, and I'll just say this quickly. That sometimes when you're dating and you got other stuff out there, and I'm not saying anything that's going to affect your current situation, there are still consequences and implications for going public. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee, if I just as an experiment, because we'll
all about the experiment.
Yes, just as an experiment, I'm gonna change my relationship status to in a relationship, and my inbox.
No, I need to change mine. That would fuck motherfuckers up.
Girl,
if I change mine just as an experiment, nah, I ain't gonna do that. But I'm saying, no, go ahead. You do it.
But if I change my relationship status for 24 hours to end a relationship, the first thing that my inbox is gonna be filled up with, first the question is gonna be with who. About time you and Antoine made a commitment. They gonna, because that's my marriage on Facebook. They, as far as the world is concerned. So now I'm gonna publicly, and he's gonna be like, "What happened? Why would you do that?" Because people are gonna start assuming shit about you. So I'm gonna see what it does, and I'm gonna screenshot all of that stuff, and we gonna bring it right on back. So there's my special assignment.
Now, see, your situation and my situation is completely different. Because if I change my relationship status to that, like I broke up with somebody, then my inbox will start lighting up with small talk.
Well, you know what? It's the same way. Here's the thing. Say I were to change my relationship status on Facebook. Say I got in on the experiment and I changed my relationship status to in a relationship. It's going to be a lot of motherfuckers who wanted to come out of the woodworks that came out of the woodworks with some slick shit now. Go ahead, Chan.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my question is, why do y'all give a fuck?
That's an even better question.
That's a very good question.
it doesn't make logical sense to me that you would give a fuck about what another motherfucker thinks about what your relationship status is.
Or
But
what the shit said somebody put on their page.
But Chan, let me just say this. A lot of people's brand on social media is their relationship status.
Yeah.
Rocky, you gotta hold your camera down, son, sweetie. You got too much headspace.
Well, you know.
Right here.
Okay, so they live their life on social media. That number one should be a red flag for you. You don't want to be bothered with this motherfucker.
Sure.
Unless that's your job. If that ain't your job, then this motherfucker need a life of some sort.
That is true.
True. You're right. We don't disagree with that.
They also said in the chat room, you know, it sounds like the court of public opinion plays a major role in effectively dating. And without putting this on anybody, because Chan, this was your comment, without pointing fingers and saying, you know, sounds like that when it comes to you, Louis, or it sounds like that when it comes, without saying that though, I think that's part of the dysfunction in the dating process now. It's too many people with their hands in a pot that they ain't even gonna sit down and break bread with at the when it's done. So it's like, why are so many people all in your kitchen and shit worrying about what the fuck you cooking? You ain't invited to dinner, bitch. It don't matter. It's like the motherfucker that's in jail calling you, talking about some who all over there. Why? What y'all eat? Why? Why?
No,
you right here, you ain't about to eat none of it. So you know why?
But I'm with Chan. What goes on social media about a relationship is shouldn't be relevant to the two people in the relationship.
And you're right, but there are some petty people, and I will give you an example. I was having a conversation with the young fella, and we were having this exact conversation about who gives a fuck on social media, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, or whatever the case. And what he said to me is that, you know, well, I'm private. You know, I'm public and I'm public, but I'm private when I'm private.
Right.
Right. I get that. When I'm public, but my private is my private. Right. So I get it. And so he was explaining to me, when I'm seeing somebody, when I'm dating somebody, I like to keep that shit between us until there's a decision made between us that we gonna be, you know, being them rocking it till the wheels fall off, right? Because then it's us against everybody else, and it don't really fucking matter in terms of whether it's private or it's public. But when you're in those dating stages, that's like that baby taking those baby steps. You know, you gotta be, that's a fragile time, and not everybody has your best interest at heart. Social media, real life, whatever, right? And if they get a glimpse, they get a iota information about what they think is going on in your life, especially if they want it, right? Say, for instance, you know, Rocky, I'm always going to use you because we know you safe because you Keisha, right? So they say, for instance, they thought, for example, that you and I were seeing each other, right? And they wanted to get with you. They going to do all kind of fuck shit to try to fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? So that it could cause problems between you and I. So I can understand why some people, why it would be who gives a fuck. That's why you would give a fuck, because you want to protect something that you're trying to nurture until you in a position that you know is strong enough to withstand that shit.
But I just think protocol would mean that and this is, you know, I can only imagine being single in the days of social media. I would think protocol would be in anybody's best interest in the infancy of a relationship to keep it under the radar the same way you would before there was social media. You know, you wouldn't be going to your girls on the first date talking about, girl, this is my man. This is the one. Women did that. Huh? You shitting me? Women do that. Well, I think that's over exuberance. I don't think that's real. I mean, I don't think you can tell much. You can get some indication or hunch first date, but you don't know a person until you spend an adequate amount of time, and
And what's adequate?
we all know about representatives and things of that nature. So,
but what's adequate though, Rocky?
Again, adequate is going to be different than for each person. So
maybe, but that person one day was all they needed.
Hey man, you gonna get you.
That's what I'm saying. That's subjective.
If you taking 1 day assessments, you sub to get hoodwinked. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's not what she concerned about. Same thing with you. Old girl, her adequate time would have been, if we do this, we gonna be together. That's what it took for her.
But even in that situation, we were familiar with each. You know what I'm saying? We were familiar with each other from not a long time of dating, but a long time of knowing who I was, me knowing who she was.
Okay.
That part of it. You know what I mean? I think nowadays, you gotta, especially in big cities where you don't get a lot of history on cats when you come in contact with them. You gotta make sure they who and what they say they are before you start putting some eggs in and around that basket.
Well, clearly they don't have the team I have. Go ahead, Chad. Hold on, Louis. Chad.
And also what Chan got to understand is that in the age of social media, you have people who were kind of like, all right, if you aren't gonna publicize the fact that me and you together, what are you hiding from?
What?
Okay. All right. And I'll respond to that. For people who are like that, that's some insecurity shit that you should run away from real quick.
Right.
Like that's some other shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you at all. So if they are the Instagram king or queen or Facebook king or queen and they need that in their life, they need to find another Facebook king or queen that's gonna deal with them like that.
No, but
that ain't your life.
So if a guy comes from wherever and y'all doing the history, the Martin Luther King history walk downtown, and he wants to post a picture of you and him on Facebook, he said, "Hey, I'm about to put this on Facebook," and you say, "Hey, don't put me in the picture." Now, what is he supposed to gain from that? I'm not saying that he should or shouldn't question it, but that does make you think. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not saying that anything should be drawn from any significant conclusion should be drawn, but that does send a message.
But I'll put it like this. If I'm on a date with a dude and that I've been seeing and we on the little history walk and he wants to take the picture or whatever, my problem isn't that he wants to take the picture to post it on social media. My thing is we don't have to do it in real time.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a security issue. I got you.
Right. We don't have to do it in real time. You can post it when we get in the car on the way out of that motherfucker. I don't really care.
Right.
Well, it can be an indication because I had an experience where it was the wintertime and I was posting pictures of the summertime. I was still with the girl who I was with in the summertime, and I had posted some pictures up. When one of her pictures went up, her friend called her and she called me, and she didn't directly tell me to take it down, but I got the indication that she wanted me to take it down, and I kind of knew that our relationship was on the outro.
Motherfucker would tell me what to take down on my goddamn social media. I wish a motherfucker would.
Well, I've been told. So
I've had that happen.
Yeah. I'll untag you, but I ain't taking the picture down. Fuck you.
I untag you. I ain't taking. Now I'll tell you this. Now I will ask. Look, here's the double standard. Incoming double standard. I will tell a motherfucker to take a picture down of me because I didn't clear that picture.
That's what I was getting ready to say too. I was gonna say the same thing.
And guess what?
Because again, it's brand. It's a brand issue. It's not about I don't want people in my business. It's not about any of that. It's a brand issue for me. Is why I would say, can you take that?
I'd have been told something colder than that.
What?
One of my good homies, he asked me to unfriend somebody. You know what I'm saying? because they were just, you know, they were putting some unflattering stuff up about, and he didn't know where it was going, and so he asked me to unfriend him. And you know, as because when I'm 100 with you, I'm 100. I unfriended him because it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
I
I just told one of my best friends last night. We was on the phone FaceTiming, and we had a conversation about a certain situation. And I turned coat on somebody because she did too. And I did. She made a comment. She say, "This hoe ain't loyal. This hoe ain't loyal to your other people. I'm loyal to my friend. If she tell me to unfriend somebody, if she done, I'm done. That's just how I roll. This hoe ain't loyal to nobody but my people. That's just how I roll."
That's just hilarious. That's just hilarious. I'm gonna give you some more context to that conversation. Now, if we were talking about something and if you was cool, you was like, "Oh, they're my people, right?" And then if now all of a sudden I'm telling you something else, and she's like, "Oh, well," I'm like, "Well, wait a minute, I thought those was your people." She was like, "Man, please," and I'm like, "Wait, you ain't loyal." She's like, "Only to you, boo boo, only to you." I'm like, how you gonna be cool with them? Now all of a sudden it's like, well, you know, hey, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to put anyway, but like I said, and actually to be more specific about it, it was related to a friend of mine who was no longer in a relationship with somebody. You know what I mean? And he wanted me to, you know, unfriend because of, and like I say, I understood he didn't want nothing unflattering to come across my timeline that she posts or whatever. And like I say, it was kind of chicken shit different. On one hand.
That's different. But I get it. I don't know if I would necessarily unfriend people because somebody asked me to unfriend them.
Yeah, I mean, you would, man. Yeah, you would.
I don't know. I don't know. Here again. I mean, it's fucking Facebook.
Right. Social media.
At the end of the day, it's fucking Facebook. It's Instagram. It's Twitter. It's whatever. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Now, let me move on to a couple of other things. We talked about earlier in the show, because we still have a letter to come up. We talked about earlier in the show, when is an appropriate time? Because Louis said, you know, the conversation, the talk, right? He said that's usually initiated by women because men just ain't usually the one that's like, "Yo, what we doing?" Right? What are we? Right? And so my question is, I'll ask you if you agree with his analysis on typically that's the conversation that a woman would initiate. And part two to that question that Louis, you should be prepared to answer after Rocky answers, is when is the appropriate allotted time to have that conversation? I'll start with you, Rocky, so you can answer on, do you think it's a female or male thing who initiates it? And then
no, I'm gonna answer it this way. I don't think it's gender specific, but I think the way a guy approaches it is quite different than the way a female approaches it. A guy approaches it from a point that it's flattering that he wants to be in a committed situation. A female, comes at it at a request of. It's almost like as a guy. This is just my thoughts. A guy always introduces it as, "Baby, you my girl now." You know, it's not like, "Will you be my woman?" It's, "You my girl now. You know, you the one. You it. I'm done with all the rest." Right? And women generally pose it as a question. Are you ready? Is this something that you want to do? Can we take it to the next level? Something like that.
So it's a declaration versus a question.
Yeah. Guys kind of do it different, and that's just what I say. Yeah.
Okay.
And what was the other part of it?
The other part of the question was, is there an appropriate allotted time before the conversation needs to take place?
No, but I think I think everybody's intentions needs to be declared early in the game. and that way everybody can play fair. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but they said the guy with the beard is on point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
His name is Rocky.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, there's only one guy with the beard. Yeah. But nah, I just think you should have questions leading up to it, man. And that, to me, I feel like those are the hardest questions to have. Those initial questions about, I want to just hang out and have fun versus I want to be in a relationship. Because to me, in what I feel like, those are the conversations that either make or break the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I say, hey, I just want to have fun, I just want to, date, and I think we could really, have a great time together, and you say that, and then she's like, nah, you know what, I'm really looking for something a little more, meaningful, a little more permanent, blah, blah, blah. To me, that's always a harder conversation to have than the other one where it's, because once you guys decide to be something, usually that there's some attraction, some chemistry, something real going on. I would hope, before you have that conversation.
All right, Louis.
I'm not gonna say that there's a allotted amount of time, because it varies from situation to situation.
Mm-hmm.
But don't come at me after the first date talking about you want me, you want to know what we are, or you want me to be your man, or what. That's a red flag.
Yeah, I would think so. Okay. So this question came in the chat room. I have a funny one, and then I have this one. The first one is, what do you think of a religiously conservative people that wait until marriage for sex? And I said, I think that there are people out there for them, just not me. So what do y'all think of that?
I mean, I'm just gonna say like this. I mean, people fucking in church. So single people, married people, whatever. So I mean, everybody. I'm not saying there are not people in that situation, but I think when people take that approach, you either allowing yourself to be duped, or people tend to be a little disingenuous when you come with the I'm waiting for marriage kind of deal. I'm not against it. And if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But I think when you take that approach, you have to understand that you almost making whomever play a role in order to be with you. And I don't think anybody should operate under that premise. You know what I mean? So,
mm-hmm.
so here's what I'm saying. The guy ain't been waiting before he met you. So what makes you think he gonna start waiting now that he met you?
There are some people. There's some people who will, like I said, when we were talking about that 90-day rule, there are some people who say, you know what, I can wait that 90 days with you. It's some people that say, you know what, I'll ride along with you. I'll go ahead. I'm just not one of them people. Good for you. If you like it, I love it. If you feel like that's going to make y'all bond stronger, by all means, you go for it. However, I'm going to say this. I couldn't do it. I need to know what you're working with. I need to know some things, because it could make for a very uncomfortable wedding night.
No, but I just think chemistry and the universe and energy, all those things would take care of everything in that area if you allow them to organically be introduced into the relationship. You know what I mean?
When you start making introduce no turtleneck to me. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Look at here.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I was being an asshole. Let it go. Let it run.
No. Look at here. Roses are red and violets are blue. Before I walk down anybody's aisle, I'm fucking you. You understand? Let's be real clear.
Okay, let me ask this question, and then we have, since we didn't have our producer's drink of the week, we got Cousin Shan's fucked up question for the day.
I love it.
Yeah, we're gonna be changing things up around here. So no cousin Chan drink of the week. It's cousin Chan's fucked up question. Okay. So here's a real question, and then I'll ask you one of the cousin Chan's fucked up question, and then we'll do the Ask PDA letter if we have time after y'all hear the fucked up question.
I'm so done.
Rocky's face is classic. He like.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So the question that actually came in from the audience member, because they were being funny, but this is the Chance question, is it appropriate, because we were talking about this last night, Sporty, is it appropriate for, if you're just dating somebody, for there to be fellatio and cunnilingus in, and if so, is it appropriate for just dating people to swallow, or is that girlfriend duty? They got quiet as fuck. Look at them.
I mean, I didn't know. I thought you were asking
Louis.
Sporty. You asking
No,
me?
I ain't asking Sporty. This is I'm asking y'all right quick.
Okay, here's the deal. If we gonna go there, let's do it the way we like to do it, man. And that's to the fullest extent of enjoyment, you know. Now, again, I think it's natural to have apprehensions and restrictions when you're getting to know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But once we done got to know each other in the biblical way, we should know each other to the fullest extent of knowing one another.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
All the way down to the final edict.
Oh yeah. Why not?
Okay. All right.
Okay. What you waiting on?
With me, yo, head is very important. So listen, head is very important. And if you don't know what you're doing down there, it's gonna be problems. So we might as well figure out what the problem is now, then later. Also, I know what the fuck I'm doing. So I want to let a chick know as soon as possible that what I'm working with.
All right.
And that's brought to you by Mr. Good Dick.
Go ahead, Sporty. You got your hand up.
Look at here. Everything wet ain't washed. I ain't going. I need to train my dick for me to be able to swallow it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just not going to put my mouth on just, oh, he's cute. I just want to fuck him and I'm just going to suck his dick. No. Now, when you earn these lips, then you can have the whole gambit. But until you earn them, no, it ain't happening.
Right.
And I don't care if she spit or swallow. You know, she can do what, if she got it, yo, she can do what she want to do with it.
Okay. All right. With that being said, I haven't.
What about what about you, KiKi? What do you think about that?
I'm like, what?
You know he gonna ask you your point.
Oh yeah, we weren't gonna avoid that.
I never answer these questions. I always do the asking. Do I think is it appropriate for a woman and a man that are just dating to engage in oral copulation?
Yes.
I think that should be up to those two people. Whatever both of those parties involved.
Who else would it be up to?
No. But what I mean is that not that one person wants it and another person doesn't. I think it needs to be something that's mutually, they're both mutually like cool with. I don't think somebody like, oh, head is important to me, but the other person's like, yeah, but I don't know you like that. Then that can cause problems. You know what I mean? Like if Louis is 40 like, I don't know you like that, partner. You ain't fit it. He like, but it's important. Yeah, well, it's important. You get to know me better then. You know what I mean? So I think that it's mutually exclusive. I'm sorry.
KiKi.
What is it?
Sweetheart, are you sucking dick with somebody you just dating?
I said what I said.
I said, are you?
Do I suck dick for everybody? No, everybody don't get that. My point is, if it's somebody I want to do, I'm going to do if I'm dating them.
That's the answer I was looking for. Thank you. Carry on.
Okay, anyway, it's time for cousin Chan's fucked up question. We don't have music for her yet, so if you have any ideas of what you would like to see her intro music for cousin Chan's fucked up question of the week, by all means, submit your suggestions to pda.radio@gmail.com, and in the subject, put cousin Chan's effed up question. That's the subject, cousin Chan's effed up question. All right. Now, also, you can use that same email, but in the subject, do Ask PDA, because right behind this, we're going to be doing our Ask PDA letter. All right. So here's cousin Chan's fucked up question of the week. You find out that your parent is dating somebody you used to smash. Do you tell them? Do you tell them? Do you tell them? I'm just saying, do you tell them? And I'm going to start with you, Spotty. And then I'm going to go to you, Louie. And then I'm going to you, Rocky.
What had happened was my mother asked me, how you know so-and-so? I said, well, how you know so-and-so? She said, well, he said he know you real well when I mentioned your name. I said, yeah. I said, what, y'all kicking it or something? She said, well, we cool, we close. I said, well, yeah, we used to fuck.
This actually happened?
This actually happened.
Okay. Louis.
It depends on who she is. If I think that, Pop, yo, you need to look out, I'm gonna let him know. But if she was cool, I'm gonna let him rock. He old. Let him rock.
Speaking of Rocky.
Oh man. As the son letting my pops know. I probably would. Yeah. Because anybody that I run across that my pops would be up on, rest in peace. Yeah, he probably, would want to know. As far as as a father letting a son know, there's a lot of different dynamics that can affect that. So yeah, I don't know. I try to keep that on the hush.
Let me tell y'all something. It done got quiet as hell in this chat room. They've been chat all show long. It done came to a screeching halt in there. You can hear a rap in that chat room. I'm like, come on, don't be shy now. I know it's a fucked up question. That's why it's called Cousin Chan's fucked up question, right? So please, don't hold back. If I read into it, if I knew my mom was dating a dude I used to smash, I probably wouldn't say nothing. And the reason why I probably wouldn't say nothing is because my mama don't date younger dudes. And so if she dated a younger dude,
you know what? That's another good question.
I'm gonna let her go ahead and enjoy that ride.
Yeah. My.
I'm just saying.
Like I say, there's a lot of twist to that. There's a lot of twist to that, and so you have to be That's tough. Now, like I said, I would like to think I could come to my pops and say, pops, I used to hit Geraldine, so
Geraldine.
I just had to think of old-fashioned.
That's the old-fashioned Southern name for real, Geraldine.
Yeah, I would hope that I could tell him that. But here's the deal. Here's a real honest deal, right? Your mom probably would be up on that though, if that was the case, because she may know that he at one point liked younger chicks. Or you dig what I'm saying? If he was the same age,
Same age as who? Her or me?
Your mom.
No, because see, here's the thing. More than likely, if it's somebody I smashed, he probably younger.
You
So
think?
my mama rolling up on it, it's like wink, wink.
Right, he definitely younger than my mama rolling.
But think about it though, Keith. Think about it. When you were younger, and them cats was old cat daddies was trying to get at you, if that was your thing, right? You could run that 20 years forward, and that could be a notch that's now to settle down and trying to
get at my mama.
Yeah, huh?
He trying to get at my mama.
Yeah, yeah.
If we run it 20 years forward, and now he trying to get at my mom, still, he's still probably younger than her.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how far you and your mom is away from each
Yeah,
other.
me and my mom almost 30 years apart. So.
Oh yeah. But yeah. But yeah.
If it was some old vagina, I'd probably tell Pops, just to let him know how she rocked. But if it was a young chick and Pops was sporting a young chick, I'd let him rock. Just go ahead, do you.
Then too, you got to look out for him on the tip of what you know about her history. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, if I know he ain't no good,
that's
he's trying to get up on my mom.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah, if it's an issue of a character issue, then of course I'm gonna say something. But if it's just a smash issue, enjoy the ride, Miss Dorothy.
But check it out. What if, cause you got kids, right? Sporty, pose. This was the scenario, right? Sporty, your daughter, right, running up on a dude that you used to get with, right? And what would you tell your daughter? And it happened during the time when you wasn't available.
That he's already hit it, or that he's gonna hit it?
He already had. They hitting it.
I mean,
wait, he already hit her, and he's about to hit her daughter.
No, he didn't. No. He didn't hit her, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dude didn't hit her from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, now he hitting her daughter. Her daughter don't know, though.
Depends on if he knows that's my kid or not.
But what difference does that make? At some point, he gonna find out.
No, it does make a difference.
Oh, no, it makes a difference.
Yes, it definitely makes a difference.
If he knows beforehand that he's sleeping with my child, that's a problem. If he doesn't know and it's something that happened, that's a different scenario.
Yeah, because that situation can get kind of ugly. Because I did have a situation where I was smashing moms way back in the days, and then daughter ran up on me when she was 22. You understand what I'm saying? It got kind of ugly.
Well, again, like I said, it's time to move on. That is Cousin Chan's fucked up question.
Yeah, hey, just so you know, and I just want to commend Chan because that was a pretty fucked up question.
She got a shitload of them. You have no idea what we got coming, what she's got loaded in the table for y'all. All right. It is time for our ASPDA letter. Don't you go nowhere. It is being brought to you by Cousin Chan's fucked up question. Other way. So before we do that, let me play this disclaimer and then we're going to get into the ASPDA letter.
At some point, you will be offended by something said on our show, but playing devil's advocate is meant to be a forum for open, honest, and more importantly, judgment-free dialogue. The opinions expressed here may not necessarily be those of our hosts or the show in general, but we're willing to have the uncomfortable conversations so that we can heal and find solutions for our listeners and quite possibly ourselves. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
truth.
All right, today's Ask PDA letter is being brought to you by Cousin Chan's fucked up question of the week. And it goes a little something like this. This is a fucked up question too.
He fell down.
Who fell down, Louis? Dear PDA, I'm dating a great guy that I've known for over 10 years. We've dated on and off, but have always remained friends. We were friends during my marriage, the birth of my daughter, and my divorce. We're now dating again. I would like to make things work with him because he's such a great friend and a great person. My daughter adores him too. Problem is, I'm still having a sexual relationship with my ex-husband. The sex is great and I don't want to stop, but I'm afraid it will come back to haunt me. I've been involved in one way or another with both of these men for over 10 years. I just like to date the guy that I'm with, but my sex life with my ex is so much better. I know I'm being selfish. What should I do? Signed, Torn. I'm going to take this one first, and then I'm going to handle this. Torn, go sit your ass down somewhere. Because you are tearing your jaws. It's going to come back to haunt you. You can't shit on this dude and do all of this stuff and think it's not going to come back on you. It may not come back on you on the way that you think, but you done integrated him into your life. He'd have been around the whole time. Is your daughter even really your husband's, right? Because you said you've been married with him over 10 years. I didn't tell everybody how old you told me your daughter was, but I'm just going to say, I think there's some bullshit here, and you need to go and sit your hot ass down somewhere and be by your damn self. You can't jump from a marriage to now you want to date your friend but still fuck your ex. What the hell? Go sit down, and you need to reassess what's really important in your life. And it ain't about fucking your ex, and it ain't about dating this guy, because you want the what they call it, something, the cake, and you want to eat it too. You want to fuck the ex, but you want the great companion, the friend, the guy who's the shoulder, Mr. Dependable, to be in your corner. Meanwhile, you fucking over that guy and getting fucked by the other guy. Not a good move. Bad look. Go sit down somewhere. That's all I have to say. Louis, Sporty, Rocky.
Well, I think that she needs to decide what's more important, the vagina or the dependability, and go with either one of those.
Okay. Sporty.
I'm not talking to her.
Rocky, come back! Come on, bring your ass back, Rocky. Come on.
I mean, now I'm trying to do it real logically here, and try to keep the emotion out of it, right? So the reality is that your ex is an ex for a reason, and so you always have to keep that in perspective, and what you get out of the sexual relationship with your ex. Is it worth risking all that you have with this great guy that you have at your disposal temporarily? Because at some point, it's all going to run out. And then what you have with your ex, obviously, is not real. It's sex, but at the end of the day, you can't, sex ain't a shoulder to cry on. You can't pay no bills with it. It's not. I mean, it's hollow in its rarest, in its most truest form. Sex by itself is hollow. So she probably needs to take a long look in the mirror and find out why she gets so much gratification out of just having sex with a dude who at some point has violated her because she went through the steps of divorcing him. So she needs to find out why is that appealing.
I hear you, and I know why you trying to be all politically correct about it, but we don't know if he divorced her or she divorced him.
It happened for a reason.
She could have been the one that's fucking around. And he was like, fuck you, and now he getting what he can right now from her, which is some ass. You see what I'm saying? We don't know the dynamics, but I do know
guys who
If you've been
guys
married,
who burned.
you've been married for 10 years and you just recently divorced, your daughter's 9. And you
Guys-
said you've been on and off with your husband and this dude for 10 years, a little over 10 years.
The test results are in.
That's what I'm saying. So he needs to go.
Gotta figure out what's more important.
He needs
I
to
mean,
go.
but I don't think any of
It
that
ain't even
matters.
right now. It ain't even about what these guys have to offer her. She needs to go
Absolutely.
have a fucking
Absolutely.
seat.
Absolutely.
It's not about these dudes.
Absolutely.
On one hand, dependability on the other. What the fuck are you? What is going on with you?
Yeah.
Go have a damn seat.
She's gonna wreck. However it turns out, she gonna crash it. That's just how I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? Because she's not serving herself any good by dealing in those relationships the way she's doing it. If everybody was cool with how it's going down, then I could accept it as being, sort of healthy. But she doing everything on the slick.
Let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate on this for a second.
Here we go.
Let's just say, for shits and giggles here, the dude that's your ex-husband that's currently fucking you, I'm almost positive that he knows that you're with old boy. Now, he had to have known about old boy. So there's possibility. Again, I'm playing devil's advocate, so I'm adding shit that I don't know is there. Little nuances. It's just to kind of put a different spin on this. Do you think it's possible that he's still fucking with you to get up under this dude's skin because he already had issue with this dude? Maybe the reason they were divorced is because he found out that the kid wasn't his. We don't know, but I'm just saying. Do you think he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and fuck her?
And Key, here's the deal. Dude who was hubby at one point ain't finna take no back seat to no other dude.
Clearly.
Divorce. He's still in his mind, if he's smashing on the regular, he still got something that he feels that he's entitled to in that relationship.
But he gotta know that
obviously it ain't about him knowing though, bro. It ain't about him knowing. It's that he's feeling entitled to, this is my thing too, along with whatever he may be doing. And what she doing ain't even important as long as I got access to what I want out the deal. You dig what I'm saying? Like I say, she may be agreeing to get used, or she may be using him. But at the end of the day, if she's doing everything on the slick, it is going to crash and burn and leave a lot of debris because of how everything is kind of intertwined, to include the paternity of the kid, great guy, and whatever's left of her relationship with the hubby once it blows up. Because I'm sure when she need the hubby, he ain't gonna be there.
No.
I think the hubby, after everything is said and done, the hubby will probably be the one that's still there, but the great guy.
No, I doubt that.
Yeah, the great guy. See, here's the great guy, because the great guy gonna feel real used and real violated if he finds out. What?
He gonna be salty.
Yeah, he's gonna be upset about it, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to even repair the damage that you have created in that scenario, because all you needed to do was continue to be friends with him, because clearly he's been your friend this entire time. Continue to be his friend. That's what you should have done instead of trying to get into a relationship. But you wanted to go for safety, but still walk on the wild side by fucking your ex. Not a good look. All right.
And just another thing too, she may just be trashy like that. So that's just how she want her life to be. You did.
We don't call them names.
He said trashy.
We don't call people names.
That was kind of politically correct though, because he didn't call her what he could have called her.
No name calling.
Here's the thing: we don't know there's a lot of unknown variables.
Right. We don't.
Right.
Know.
And so we don't know what's driving the behavior. We don't know how she got to this point. We don't know a whole lot of stuff, right? So again, I just played devil's advocate on the end of, you know, that part. But again, what I did share with you guys is that this woman's, you know, been with this man, you know, these men off and on with both of these men for over 10 years. And she just recently divorced. Her daughter's 9.
That's just your baby daddy.
Something, you know, there's some things that's happening here that's making me a little uncomfortable in terms of her not, and I don't expect anybody to write that whole life story and give it to me, but give me the stuff that I can actually help you with. Don't give me the stuff that's gonna make you look good, because that's not what it's about. Don't nobody know you here. They don't know, right? So if you really want to get the help, if you really want to get the answers, you gotta be truthful. So that's just all I have to say about that. If you want to have your letter read on our Ask PDA segment, do not forget to send an email to pda.radio@gmail.com, and in the subject put Ask PDA, and we will let you know if we select your letter so that you can tune in and hear what we have to say about your Ask PDA letter. Rocky, you look like you had something you wanted to say.
Oh no, I was just making faces in the camera. No, nothing in particular. I'm just being silly.
What is wrong with you? All right. So in terms of dating, ladies and gentlemen, what would you say? Because in the beginning we asked everybody to define what dating is, and you know, like I said, it's subjective to every person, right? Depending on your life experiences and you know, all of that stuff. After having the conversations tonight,
mm-hmm.
and we just found out today that Louis got a girlfriend. He got a new boo.
Yeah.
What? Louis is no longer on the market. El mercado es cerrado. The market is closed.
I don't see that on his Facebook status.
Oh.
Well, I took myself off the market.
Oh, so I'm gonna ask all of you guys, everybody, how do you know when you're dating somebody? What was that indicator for you that, you know what, I want to be with them? I won't, you know, what was that indicator for you? And how long into your dating did it occur? And I will start with you. I'm gonna do the same order: Louis, Sporty, Rocky. Quickly.
Okay. When I got to the point where I knew that person was in my corner, because you could talk a good game, but when you do certain actions that let me know that you're in my corner, then I'll be like, okay, we could take this to the next level.
Mm-hmm. Wait, he didn't answer my question. He gave me a very generic ass question. I asked you, when did you know, and how long in did you know it? Don't fucking play with me.
All right.
You're not new here.
It was 2 months in, right? And she volunteered to pay my car note. I didn't ask her.
I didn't want to tell that. I see why you didn't.
I didn't ask her.
I see why you didn't want to tell that. Sporty. It make her look good. Go ahead. She didn't come out smelling like roses on that one.
When the words and actions lined up together, 7 months in. Whatever.
That's so fucking vague, but whatever. Rocky.
It was real simple. It's the moment that I looked at this child and realized she had my face. You know. And once I realized that me and her daughter was related, you know, I knew at that point she was the one. It was a real special time for me.
Rocky, get the hell out of here, man.
gonna slap you. Pow.
I mean, again, I knew about 7 months in when I could relate to her in a way that I wasn't able to relate to any other woman. I could be honest with her in a way that I couldn't be with any other woman. And so, you know, I knew there was a foundation for something really, really special, and I wanted to explore it full time, all the time. And so,
No.
So I mean, I don't know if that's all that point, but I mean, that was just that was as much about my own maturity as it was about the relationship. So, I mean, I'm sorry I don't have a.
No, that was a good answer.
You touched my heart, Rocky.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
All right.
Answer your own question.
I'm still single. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
hey, Sporty is too.
Shut up, Rocky.
I'm just saying. Anyway, I had something else for y'all. I forgot what I was gonna say. Sporty, did you have one last thing before?
How much time we got? Well, I got a quick question.
Okay.
From somebody. They asked, I just found out that one of my best friends used to date my daughter's boyfriend. How do I handle that?
You don't. That ain't your fucking business.
Good answer.
Your daughter is dating somebody else or something else. Stay the fuck out of that shit. That's the problem. Everybody want to be all up in other people's shit. Mind your fucking business.
Hey, we need to really stay out of the business of checking each other's whole facts.
Did he say whole facts?
He said whole facts. Yes.
Yes, yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody's a fucking therapist.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, what did I do? You should do nothing. You ain't fucking nobody in this situation. Say none of your damn business. Rocky, you making me dizzy. I wish there was a thing called whole facts, but I got my crew. They check motherfuckers out. They run my team.
Oh, there is a such thing as whole facts. It's called social media.
That is not a way to determine. Again, people what they want to show you on social media, dude.
Yeah, they building their now check this out. The ones that's honest, that's fully transparent on social media, you probably don't even want to deal with them. You know what I mean?
Or you don't believe it.
Now that's it right there.
It.
All you got to
Quick question.
All you got to do is scroll back.
That don't tell you shit.
Listen.
That don't tell you shit. And who got time for that? If that's the case, you need a life too. Let me ask this quick question before we get out of here. And it could be a 1 or 2 question. Have you ever, while you were in a situation dating someone, have you ever done something that you now look back and say, you know what? I sabotaged that myself. You didn't let social media, your friends. Is there a situation that you've ever known that you've done that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Louis?
Yeah, I didn't lock my phone screen.
All right, anyway, on that note, we're not gonna talk to him.
Hey, I didn't pull all the way in the garage.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say I ain't pull all the way out.
Right.
All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our show. First show of 2017. Woo woo! I said hootie hoo, and Louis showed up. I said hootie hoo, and Rocky showed up. That's how it goes down. Thank you guys for sitting in with us tonight. We talked about dating. What is it? Right? And we went down a bunch of rabbit holes. That's okay. That's how we roll. But we hope you enjoyed the show. We hope you enjoyed Cousins Chan's fucked up question and our fucked up ass PDA letter today, along with the stimulating edutainment that we provided for you all tonight. On behalf of our producer, Cousin Chan, our incredible invisible intern, number 3, Sporty Spunky Angel, the Uncle Rob Carter in absentia, Louis Darkside, Rocky Villa, Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Until next time. Night.
Peace out.